Hey guys, Ash Lane here. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite recent war base that I've been using in Clan Wars. No, it's not this base. Let's go ahead and hop right to it. It is this base. So it could also be a trophy base. It's certainly not an anti-3-star base. And we'll talk briefly about the features. If you want to go ahead and screenshot and use it, feel free to do so. The reason I'm not using this in trophy pushing is because you're more apt to get 1-star against this base, and that actually works out perfectly in Clan Wars because 1-star is seen as a victory, as you all know. Now, if you're going against a clan that you feel has a decent shot at 3-starring bases, if you're a more high-level clan, then you might not want to use this design because it can be 3-starred if you have if you're going against an elite war clan. For that fact, I still use the base against most clans unless I'm really sure they're going to be able to 3-star any of our bases, in which case I'll switch to a more traditional anti-3. But even if I'm going against clans that I do feel have 3-star capable players, I'll just go with 2 multi-inferno towers. And if I'm going against a clan that I don't feel has a lot of 3-star capability, I'll go with that Inferno tower next to the Queen on single target to help give the base a little bit more versatility. Now, one of the features of this base is that if you come in from the side here, from the west side of the base, you'll see that it looks like it's kind of deceiving. It looks like you may be able to get 50% in the town hall. However, that is not the case. If you count up the units, this is only around 40 to 42%, this western half of the base. You actually have to get some of this area as well, and I see a lot of attackers kind of bum rushing me from the west and then trying to snipe these barracks, and that only gives about 40 to 45% of the base. So that is one of the huge reason we see a lot of fails or 1-stars against this base. Another way we see a lot of fails is people coming in from the west, hoping they can get to the town hall, but when their heroes get to the center area here, they end up going either north or south down these alleys, and they kind of ignore the town hall. The Archer Queen will get the clan castle and the hero platforms, but she won't stretch to the town hall. So that's some of the features of the base. Let's go ahead and watch it in action, just a few replays. Now, I should mention this base is certainly getting 2-starred in Clan Wars, but more often than not in the last few wars, it's actually taking about 2 to 5 attempts to get a 2-star attack in on me. So let's go ahead and hop to our most recent war here. 3-star attempt. That was my last video if you want to go check that out. I tried a 3-star on number 7, failed there. Let's go ahead and watch some defensive replays though against my base here. So let's start at the beginning of the war. So I defended pretty early on against their number 4 attacker here. So you can see he doesn't have max heroes, max troops though. Certainly enough firepower to take down this base, but he just doesn't pull it off, and we'll see exactly what he does here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this in double speed because I do want to get to a few replays, and I don't want to make this a 20-minute video here. So you can see he sneaks in some wall breakers here up at in the western end of the base, and it looks like he's just gonna try to bum rush me from this area, and that is just not an effective strategy. Like I said, you may be able to get the town hall if this is done right, done correctly, but you can see he's not even going to be able to get the town hall. I've been using dragons and minions in the clan castle as well as a balloon. Sometimes I'll use a lava hound as well. It just really depends. I like to switch it up and never use the exact same troops, especially since I'm putting all my replays on YouTube. I don't like to have the attackers go ahead and watch my videos and find out exactly what I have in my clan castle. So in that case, the Archer Queen almost takes down the town hall, but we'll go ahead and end it there as he only gets around 30% with his snipes or so. So let's go ahead and watch a different replay here of on this base. We'll try to get a few different types of attacks here. Let's see. This was a 1-star. And this guy came in from the west, I believe. So let's see how he did it. We'll watch, like I said, in double speed here. Comes in with his forces from the western half of the base. Kind of clumps up those golems. That might not be possible too much longer in the game, especially once I get that new defense on the board. You won't see a lot of clumped up golems with that new moonbeam coming down from above. So it's going to be a go-wipe attack. You can see the P.E.K.K.A. coming in with the heroes from the west yet again. And at this point, we're going to engage my my heroes, both the king and the queen, under that heavy firepower from the Inferno Tower. Luckily, the beams actually distract the are distracted, I should say, by the golems and the P.E.K.K.A.s, but you can see here that the P.E.K.K.A.s are kind of going to go everywhere but the Town Hall, and that's the beautiful thing about this base. Like I said earlier, for whatever reason, the troops seem to avoid the Town Hall and go around this this center here if they get to the center from the west. So that's a really great little feature in the mechanics of the base. So you can see, let's go ahead and hop to another raid, another defensive win, and maybe we can illustrate. Let's go actually to the last war. Shout out to War Kings. We've been getting some pretty rough matches lately, just in terms of the Town Hall versus Town Hall. They had 7 War Kings, great attackers, by the way, but they did have 7 more Town Hall 10s than we did, so it was tough for us. But anyway, let's go ahead and show off my base a little bit here. So let's take a look. It had 1 out of 4 wins, so it took them 4 tries to get a 2-star attack, and they had 1 0-star attack. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of the defensive wins here. If we can get to the war events page, let's scroll down. Let's look at the first defense I had in this war. That was when they got me there, so that was the 4th attack. Let's go ahead and start out over here. So their number 2 attacked me, this time with max heroes, so it's a little bit more even, and this guy was obviously a good attacker. He had a good game plan, but what he ends up doing here is hasting those balloons to get to the clan castle trigger. So he's able to trigger the clan castle, so things are pretty good at this point. A nice little lure. I would have tried to bunch them up right there and just drop the poison spell immediately, but instead he chooses to bring them all the way over to the west. Now, me personally, like I said, I would have used the poison right away and then dealt with the dragon with, you know, a few hit points left. But either way, dealing with the clan castle outside that center is really important against this base, because if you're dealing with the clan castle right in the center of the map, that's a lot of firepower in the heroes, infernos, and clan castle that are all coming down at you, down on your troops at the same time. So he's just going to go ahead and you can see if we pause here, the idea here is that he's going to come in from the west really heavy, but in order to beat this map, you have to come in from the south over here as well as the west or the north or right over here with an extra golem and just a few wizards behind it. That will help you get the percentage, so that's how you beat this base. If you want to come in with a go wipe or a go wee wee army, expand your forces, extend your initial engagement point to the south or the north, like I just showed you there. But like I said, he's just not going to have enough percentage to get to the center there. Those 3 Teslas are a huge help there defensively right now, because they're really just going to hammer on the troops. Even if he had a P.E.K.K.A. in the army, it would certainly do a number on the P.E.K.K.A. Obviously, the Tesla's doing the extra damage to the P.E.K.K.A.s. So you can see finally his king hops in the middle, but there's just too much left on the board. My Archer Queen, my king's still alive. Those Infernos doing some work there. And his queen, he has to use the ability because she's being targeted by my queen, and then there's just not nearly enough hit points left to allow her to take down the town hall, and we'll go ahead and end it there. You can see he's trying to snipe, I should say, a little bit to get that 1 star. There are a couple snipes available on this base, but not enough to get more than a few extra percentage points. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this highlight of this base. I've been using it. It's certainly well tested. I've been using it for about 15 wars now, so over the good part of a month I've been using this base, and it's done me well, so I feel confident enough to bring it to you guys. Please let me know how it works out for you guys in the comments below if you do try it out. Like I said, it's not an invincible base. You will get 2 or even 3-starred if you're going against an elite war clan, but it has done well for me, and it's certainly a challenging 2-star for a lot of attackers. So guys, good luck, and as always, take care.